decade ago, I embarked on a chaotic trading journey that forever changed my life. Amidst the chaos, I discovered 5 priceless lessons that shaped me into a profitable trader. And guess what? If you implement them into your trading system, you will certainly improve your results. So without any more delay, let's dive in. I want you to imagine this. Imagine yourself hopping into a supercar without a driving license. You decide not to strap on the seatbelt. You start the car, look for the straightest road your eyes can see, and you go as fast as possible because you think the road will remain straight. Then, kaboom, your own eyes deceived you. So how can you prevent this catastrophe from occurring to you in the trading world? First things first, you need to have a fixed percentage of risk. This will be your seatbelt. You need to decide the maximum percentage of your trading capital that you're comfortable risking on any single trade. And it should be relevant to your account size, like 1 to 2% of your account. This will be set on each trade by using a stop loss. No matter what, this should never change. If it does change, you need to realize that those are your emotions playing games with your mind. And as I told you in the previous topic, you need to step away. When your trading account starts to grow, your position size will automatically increase due to the increase of capital. Your percentage of risk will remain the same, so your overall risk will not increase. You will be able to leverage your success while still managing risk. This is your driving license. The more you drive, the more of an experienced driver you become, and the better you become at navigating through the roads. You can then decide if you want to scale into trades in order to double your risk-reward ratio. But as a word of advice, don't do this as a beginner because it increases your emotional triggers and it should be managed super cautiously because you can end up risking more than you should. Which brings us to the last thing. You need to manage your trades properly. This is the deception, the straight roads your eyes see. Whenever we enter a trade, we cannot know what will happen because the outcome is uncertain. That is why you must adjust your predefined stop loss order for every trade based on the current price action. If you're well in the green, if you're in profit, it's time to move your stop to break even. This will protect your capital and help in avoiding making emotional decisions in the heat of the moment. Let me tell you guys, risk and money management are the ultimate holy grail of trading, and I can't stress enough how important it is. And the thing is, it's so easy to mess up, especially if you're following advice from most traders on YouTube. I mean, I've seen many traders on YouTube saying that it's fine to take some huge losses every now and then. Well, no, it's not. If you're managing your capital the right way, that should never happen. When it comes to managing your emotions in day trading, I could fill up a whole book with all the stupid mistakes I've done. There was this one time where I literally couldn't stop myself from revenge trading. I was consumed by the demogorgons of the trading world and I wanted to unleash my wrath on the market. I had this odd gut feeling that the next trade will give me all my profits back, so I just kept executing trades all day long until I blew up my account. The sad thing about this was that I didn't even learn my lesson, so I kept blaming the strategy I was using rather than taking responsibility for my own actions. I learned that knowing when to call it quits is super important. Had I taken a step back after taking a couple of losses, I would not have had to endure all that pain. Because let's face it, losing your hard-earned money is probably the most painful thing you can experience, unless you hit your pinky against the bedside table. Nowadays, I know that the smartest move I can make is to know when to step away. Whether I've hit my daily profit goal or I'm feeling worn out, I just don't care. I know when I should call it a day, and you should too. There will be times when you have to deal with a losing streak. Even though the trades executed were based on your strategy, you can never know when the sequence of winning trades will come along. I'm aware that in the honeymoon phase of trading, it can be tough and really get you down when trades don't go your way. But it's important to keep a lid on your emotions and only execute trades based on your system. Believe it or not, handling a winning streak can be even worse. In the first few months of trading, I had a whole month where I didn't end a single day in the red. So I thought to myself, am I the Neo of the trading world? Have I cracked the codes to make billions? Well, yeah. Shortly after I had my first red day, then another, then I unleashed my wrath upon the markets yet again. I literally destroyed my 3 monitors, which honestly was the least painful part because I went on to blow up another account. I just couldn't get myself to accept the first red day because I thought that I had finally cracked the code. I learned, however, that I should never allow these thoughts or stupid beliefs to get in the way of my trading decisions. So if I were you, I'd keep in mind that the markets are unpredictable and luck can turn on you in a flash. And when it does, you must stay disciplined at all costs. I also learned that personal stuff, stress, and other external factors can mess with your trading mindset. You need to learn to take care of yourself, eat healthy, work out, chill out, and repeat. I'll close off this topic by telling you this: you truly need to accept defeat no matter what. It took me years to accept this, and I only accepted it after realizing that our minds aren't confined to our brains. See, our brains are taught that success equals winning all the time. So this results in our minds sending energy waves into our brain with this belief. But when you separate the two and look at them objectively, everything starts looking different. You become more self-aware of the thoughts your mind sends you, and you get to choose which one to keep and which one to discard. In reality, true success comes from thousands of defeats and losses, especially in trading. I still remember my first days as a newbie trader. I thought that I could randomly read price and predict every single move because I was the chosen one. I would go where no one dared to go and make millions. What I realized is that you just cannot skip this important step. I mean, if you went into battle, will you go without a weapon? In trading, you've got to find a way to tilt those odds in your favor. And the only way to do that is to forge a weapon at the tradesmith found in the depths of the price charts. And whether it has a high win rate or a low win rate, it doesn't really matter. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm a bit skeptical of those high win rate strategies. I mean, I've backtested most of them the right way and they aren't even profitable. And that is where I realized that I need to look elsewhere for inspiration. So I searched for more information on the most successful traders and investors to understand their approach to the market. In doing so, I realized that all successful traders weren't bothered about win rates at all. As a matter of fact, they all had low win rates. George Soros is a prime example of this method, and his results speak for themselves. You see, you need to understand this one thing. Imagine you have a strategy with a whopping 90% win rate. Sounds amazing, right? But hold on a second. If your reward to risk ratio is low, one big loss can wipe out all those small wins. Now on the flip side, if you have a low win rate but a high reward to risk ratio, everything changes. Sure, you might lose more trades, but when you do win, the profits are huge. And that's what really matters in the long run. Never trade without rules. Period. And you should never break any of these rules. Period. These rules are like our lighthouse. They show us the way when we are lost. Every profitable trader has their own set of rules, and you should too. Our main goal is always the same. We want to ensure that we protect our money and increase our chances of success. The best way to create them is to make them clear and simple. Your rules should match your personality and trading goals. They should also reflect your strengths, weaknesses, and the lessons you've learned from your mistakes. Believe me, I've had quite a few of them. Think of your rules as a checklist that you follow religiously. Whenever you come across a potential trade, you consult your checklist and see if it meets your criteria. If it doesn't, you must let it go without thinking twice. Now, let me share with you a few of my own rules to give you some inspiration. 1. I'll never risk more than 2% of my trading capital on any single trade. I'll always use stop-loss orders to limit my losses. I'll only enter trades that meet my strict strategy criteria. I'll only enter trades via limit orders because I don't want to chase the market. I'll never close a winning position early no matter what. I'll only trade during my trading session, which is 4 hours a day, and I'll call it a day if I break any of these rules. Now let's talk about something that might raise a few eyebrows, but trust me, it's a lesson I've learned the hard way. I spent years trying to perfect my strategy in order to make my strategy perfect, aka having 100% win rate, because that's the true definition of a perfect strategy, right? See how dumb that is? Obviously, this resulted in many unnecessary losses, emotional decisions, confusion, and a bunch of chaos. When I stopped obsessing over this nonsense, I started to see consistent results in my profit and loss. So if you truly want to achieve success, you need to stop obsessing over finding the perfect trading strategy. Less is more, and I repeat, less is more. Instead of constantly chasing the next perfect strategy, I want to encourage you to stick with one system and become a master at it. If you've done your homework and found a strategy with a statistical edge, it's time to put it into action. And do you know why? Because the real secret to achieve profitability lies in execution and consistency. You see, constantly tweaking your strategy in search of perfection can lead to analysis paralysis. You will be distracted from actually executing trades by the ideas you've generated during your backtesting session. By focusing on one system, you can truly get to know its ins and outs. You become familiar with its strengths, weaknesses, and the market conditions where it performs best. When you have this deep understanding, you will feel like a market sniper or a boss. when executing trades based on your system. It's through this mastery and consistency that profitability will start to bloom. Now, that doesn't mean you should be stubborn and resistant to change. Obviously, market conditions can shift and adjustments may be required. However, those adjustments should be based on thorough analysis and a deep understanding of your chosen strategy. So if you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe. I will be uploading many more videos to my channel and it will help you become a profitable and conscious trader. See you on the next one.